I 32M just wanted to return my neighbor's lost package and accidentally exposed a 7-year affair. Got held at gunpoint by a fake cop and now I'm engaged. What the hell just happened? I've always been the keep your head down type. I work remote as a data analyst, pay my bills on time, and my biggest rebellion is eating cereal for dinner. My apartment building is one of those quiet, boring ones in the suburbs where everyone nods at each other in the elevator and pretends they don't hear the couple on the 3rd floor arguing about money. That changed last Tuesday. It was raining like the sky had a personal grudge. I came home from grabbing takeout and saw a big Amazon box sitting in front of my door with the label for 4B, the unit directly above me. The name on it was Elena Voss. I'd never met her, but I knew the name because her packages got delivered to me at least twice a month. The building's numbering is stupid, and the delivery guys are lazier. I figured I'd be a decent human. I carried the box upstairs, knocked once, and waited. The door opened, and there she was. Elena was maybe 29, messy dark hair in a bun, wearing an oversized hoodie and looking like she hadn't slept in 3 days. Pretty in that, I could destroy your life and you'd thank me way. She stared at the box like it was a bomb. "You're not supposed to be here," she whispered. Before I could even say, sorry, a man's voice shouted from inside her apartment. "Elena, who the fuck is that?" Everything after that happened in that weird slow-motion way life does when shit goes off the rails. A guy in a suit, no tie, shirt half unbuttoned, stormed to the door. Mid-40s, wedding ring gleaming, expensive watch. I recognized him immediately. Mark Hargrove, local city councilman. His face is on those "Re-elect Hargrove" signs all over town. Married with 2 kids. Pillar of the community. He looked at me like I'd caught him with his pants down. Because I kind of had. Elena tried to close the door. I stupidly still had my foot in the way because I was holding her package like an idiot. Mark's face went from angry to something much scarier. Calculated. "You're the downstairs neighbor, right?" he said, voice suddenly calm. "The one who works from home." How the hell did he know that? That's when I noticed Elena was crying. Not dramatic TV crying. The quiet, exhausted kind that comes after years of carrying something too heavy. I should have left. Instead, I asked, "Hey, you okay?" Mark laughed. A short, ugly sound. "She's fine. Go back downstairs, pal." But Elena looked at me like I was the last lifeboat on the Titanic. "Please don't go." So I didn't. What happened next still doesn't feel real. Mark tried to shut the door on me. I pushed back. The box fell. Something heavy inside clinked. Elena suddenly lunged for it, ripped it open right there in the hallway, and pulled out. A bright green snake. A python. A real, living, not very small python. She screamed, "He's loose again!" And the snake started slithering toward the stairs like it had places to be. Mark panicked and pulled out a gun. A gun. In my boring apartment hallway on a Tuesday. I've never moved so fast in my life. I tackled him. Not heroically. More like a scared dad trying to stop his kid from running into traffic. We crashed into the wall. The gun went off. The bullet hit the ceiling and plaster rained down like dirty snow. The snake, understandably freaked out, went full Olympic sprinter down the stairs. Elena was sobbing but also laughing in that hysterical way people do when their life explodes. "His name is Kevin," she kept saying. "Kevin the Python." In the chaos, 3 more things happened almost simultaneously. 1. Mrs. Delgado from 4C opened her door and started screaming about Satan's serpent. So Mark tried to run and slipped on the damn snake's trail. Pythons apparently produce some kind of slime when stressed. I don't know. I'm not a herpetologist. 3. I grabbed the gun. I've never held a gun before. It felt like holding a live grenade. I pointed it at the floor and told Mark to stay down. That's when the fake cop showed up. He came up the stairs in full uniform, badge shining, looking official as hell. "Drop the weapon," he yelled at me. I almost did. "Thank God," Elena screamed. "That's not a real cop, that's his brother-in-law." Everything clicked in the worst way possible. Mark wasn't just cheating. He and his brother-in-law, the fake cop, had been running some kind of blackmail side hustle using Mark's position. Elena had found out months ago. She'd been gathering evidence while pretending everything was normal. The packages? Not Amazon. They were from a private investigator. The python? Her emotional support animal that Mark hated. She'd been planning to leave him for weeks but was scared because he'd threatened her. The gunshot had brought real police. When the actual cops showed up, they found a city councilman on the floor with his own gun, A python in the laundry room eating one of Mrs. Delgado's socks. A USB drive that Elena had hidden in the package containing years of messages, recordings, and financial trails. I spent 6 hours at the police station. They let me go around 2 a.m. Elena was waiting outside with 2 coffees and red eyes. Kevin the python was in a proper carrier next to her, looking judgmental. "I'm so sorry," she said. "I ruined your life." I laughed. It sounded insane even to me. "You didn't ruin it. You upgraded it? I don't know. I've never had an interesting week before." She smiled for the first time. A real one. We sat on the curb and talked until sunrise. She told me how she'd met Mark when she was 22 and thought power was attractive. How she'd slowly realized she was trapped. How Kevin the python was the only living thing in her life that didn't lie to her. I told her about my boring job and how I once spent an entire weekend organizing my spice rack by alphabetical order. She said that was the most attractive thing anyone had ever told her. 2 weeks later, Mark was arrested. The story made local news. Councilman caught in domestic blackmail scheme after neighbors' heroic intervention. They blurred my face but used my first name. My mom called me crying because she thought I'd joined a cult. Elena and I are officially together now. She moved in downstairs, technically still my apartment, while the building sorts out the bullet hole and the snake trauma. Kevin lives in a proper enclosure and has become weirdly attached to me. He likes to watch me work. Last night, Elena looked at me while we were eating cereal for dinner, her idea, and said, "You know you're stuck with me now, right? I bring chaos." I kissed her forehead and answered, "Good. I was dying of boredom anyway. So yeah, that's my story." I went from quiet data guy to local legend, who took down a corrupt official with nothing but misplaced Amazon packages and mild stupidity. If you're reading this and you see a package at your door that isn't yours, maybe just leave it, or don't. Sometimes the universe delivers exactly what you didn't know you needed. ADR. Returned a neighbor's package. Interrupted affair with local politician. Python escape. Gunshot. Fake cop. Exposed blackmail ring. Now dating the girl and co-parenting a 6-foot snake named Kevin. Life is weird.